Welcome to Chapter 49 of our Total Quality Management Training Series. Today, we take a deep dive into a powerful and widely used framework for structured problem solving, the 8D method, short for 8 disciplines of problem solving. Originally developed by Ford Motor Company, the 8D approach has since become a global standard across industries, from automotive and aerospace to healthcare, electronics, and even service sectors. But what makes the 8D method so impactful? It's team-driven, fact-based, and relentlessly focused on identifying root causes, protecting customers, and preventing recurrence of issues. So when should you use it? Use the 8D method when a significant non-conformance or customer complaint has occurred. The root cause is unknown or unclear. The problem could result in serious quality, safety, or reliability risks. There is a need for formal, documented problem solving, especially with external stakeholders. Or, you need to demonstrate corrective action effectiveness, such as in regulated industries or supplier-customer relationships. It's not ideal for trivial issues or one-off events where root cause is obvious and easily addressed. Instead, the 8D method shines when the stakes are high and the problem is complex or recurring. Let's walk through how to use the 8D method step by step with a focus on practical application and real-world effectiveness. Every strong solution starts with the right people. In D1, assemble a cross-functional team with knowledge of the product, process, and problem. Your team should include the following: a team leader to drive progress in communication. Subject matter experts such as quality engineers, technicians, design engineers, production leads, and other stakeholders from purchasing, customer service, or suppliers if relevant. The key is diversity of thought. Complex problems rarely exist in a single silo, so your team shouldn't either. Set clear roles, define expectations, and agree on meeting frequency and decision-making protocols. Clarity is power. In D2, the goal is to capture the problem in clear, measurable terms. Vague descriptions like poor performance or defect in part are not enough. Use the 5W2H framework. First W, who is involved, who discovered the issue, who is affected. Second W, what is the problem, what is happening, what are the symptoms. Third W, where did it occur, which location, line, or department. Fourth W, when did it first occur, when was it discovered, is it recurring? Fifth W, why is it a problem, why does it matter, list impacts and risks. First H, how is the problem happening, what is the process or sequence. Second H, how many units, customers, or cases are affected, what is the extent. Include data like photos, test results, part numbers, batch records, timestamps, and customer feedback as required. The better you define the problem, the more focused and effective your solution will be. Before solving the root cause, we must protect the customer. Discipline 3 calls for immediate action to contain the problem. These actions don't solve the root cause, but they prevent further damage. Examples include placing product on hold, implementing 100% inspection, communicating with customers to mitigate field risk, and adding temporary quality gates. Containment should be verified to test your short-term fix. Is it truly preventing recurrence? If not, you may be multiplying the problem under the radar. Here's where real problem solving begins. D4 involves a deep dive into why the failure occurred and why it escaped detection. Use structured tools like one or more of the following. The 5 whys analysis helps to drill down to underlying causes. Fishbone diagrams help explore causes by category: materials, methods, machines, manpower, measurements, environment. Is not analysis helps to compare affected versus unaffected units. FMEA can be used as a cross-reference to evaluate if known risks were overlooked. Once the tool has been chosen, identify 2 types of root causes. First, the failure cause, what caused the defect? And second, the escape cause, why didn't we catch it? Verification is critical. Don't rely on assumptions. Validate causes through testing, process replays, or historical trend data. With root causes verified, we now select permanent corrective actions. These must eliminate the actual root cause, not just the symptoms. Be practical and sustainable and pass a cost-benefit and risk evaluation. Solutions may include a product or process redesign, software or tooling updates, improved documentation and training, or enhanced supplier controls. Test and verify the effectiveness of your chosen corrective action before full-scale implementation. A weak or untested solution often leads to repeat failures and loss of trust. Now it's time to institutionalize the fix. Update work instructions and SOPs, quality control plans, training materials, and certifications. Ensure all affected personnel are retrained. Monitor performance metrics to confirm improvement. If the problem involves suppliers, ensure they implement matching corrective actions and verify through audits or incoming inspection. The fix must become standard practice, not just a project. With the problem resolved, we now shift to systemic prevention. Ask, are similar products or processes at risk? Are other lines, facilities, or suppliers vulnerable? Can the FMEA or control plan be updated? Look for patterns. One issue may signal deeper system gaps. Prevent recurrence by sharing learnings across the organization, updating preventive maintenance schedules, building checks into design and validation processes, using error-proofing tools like Poka-Yoke. This step closes the loop between corrective and preventive action, core to any TQM system. The final step is often the most overlooked: celebration and recognition. 8D problem-solving takes time, collaboration, and commitment. Take time to acknowledge the effort. Ideas include certificates or public shoutouts, highlighting in internal newsletters, lunch celebrations, adding lessons learned to onboarding or training sessions. This reinforces a culture of engagement and pride in quality, vital to any high-performing organization. Let's summarize the 8 disciplines. D1. Build a strong, cross-functional team. D2. Define the problem with data and clarity. D3. Contain the issue to protect the customer. D4. Find and verify the true root causes. D5. Select and test permanent corrective actions. D6. Implement and standardize the fix. D7. Share learning to prevent recurrence. D8. Celebrate the team and success. When applied with discipline, the 8D method helps organizations learn from failures, build robustness, and cultivate trust, internally and with customers. In total quality management, problem-solving is not a task, it's a capability. The 8D method transforms chaos into clarity, confusion into confidence, and mistakes into mastery. Whether you're in aerospace, software, agriculture, or healthcare, 8D gives you the structure to solve the right problem, the right way. Until next time, keep solving problems, not just quickly, but systematically. Check out our other training videos in this series where we continue to delve deeper into the 6 pillars of total quality management, as well as tools, benefits, and how to implement TQM in your organization. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos from All Things Quality.